What's up guys, how are you guys doing? In this video I'll be talking about more Chaos Zero Nightmare, okay? And of course the developer team, they made another like developer note type video, so we're just gonna listen to it and try to figure out what we can figure out about this game, guys, okay, before it comes out, so we'll have a better understanding of how it's gonna work. Okay, this game definitely is a bit complicated, I think, especially when it comes to combining different cards, or not different cards but different character cards to create a powerful team, and and the gameplay and all that. It's kind of a bit complicated, so yeah, we're just gonna listen to this and try to figure out what we can. All right, of course, if I get something wrong or I don't understand anything, feel free to correct me or explain to me down in the comment section, man. That'd be freaking awesome, guys. And yeah, let's get to it. Of course, don't forget to apply for the limited time test. Okay, that is ending tomorrow, so yeah, make sure to do so. Okay, this is 11, and that's lasting until the 12th, so definitely make sure to apply for that. Okay, but yeah, let's get to it, man.
Hello, I'm producer 형석 Kim.
He's speaking English. That's amazing.
It's nice to meet everyone. 한국에서는 얼마 전 미디어 시연회를 통해 새로운 정보를 전달드렸습니다. 정말 많은 분들이 관심을 가져주셨습니다. 감사합니다. 다만 다른 번역의 퍼스트 분들께는 이 소식을 전달드리지 못해서 이렇게
Oh, and I think the playtest is gonna be region locked, which is kind of unfortunate, but what it is what it is, right? It's just a 5-day like playtest, so it's nothing crazy, guys. You guys are not gonna be missing on a lot, but yeah, it still kind of sucks, but it is okay, guys. I think.
이렇게 영상을 제작하게 되었습니다. 앞으로는 카제나의 최신 소식을 모든 권역에서 동시에 만나보실 수 있도록 준비하겠습니다. 오늘은 사전 플레이 테스트에 앞서 카제나가 추구하는 개발 방향성을 안내해드리려고 합니다. 그럼 지금부터 카오스 제로 나이트메어를 정식으로 소개하겠습니다. 카제나는 로그라이크 덱빌딩 호러 SF 게임입니다.
Yep, the game is a roguelike deck building horror science fiction game. That is banger right there, man. That is a banger combination right there, man. Let's go.
무한한 덱빌딩과 극상의 2D 감성을
Yeah, so it's a concept project that pursues the roguelike deck building genre. It is a mobile strategy game that enables limitless deck building and strategy expansion by distilling the essence of 2D art technology and 2D animation technique. We work to deliver a supreme 2D aesthetic never seen in other titles, and I believe them. The game looks beautiful, absolutely.
으로 하고 있습니다. 로그라이크 덱빌딩 장르에 대해서 생소하게 느끼실 분들을 위해 약간의 부연 설명을 드리겠습니다. 이 장르는
Come on into Baymont.
Man,
We'll be greeted with a warm welcome.
That's crazy.
Get a cozy room to.
게임 한 판을 10분 이상의 호흡을 가지고 매 한 판마다 새로운 스킬과 능력을 유저 전략과 취향에 따라 업그레이드 해가며 클리어하는 게임입니다. 제가 이 프로젝트를 맡게 된 결정적인 계기는 이 장르를 실제로 좋아할 뿐만 아니라 그 어떤 장르보다 오래 즐길 수 있는 장르라고 생각했기 때문입니다. 하지만 여러분들도 잘 아시다시피 이 장르로 모바일 시장에 도전한 프로젝트는 정말 많았지만 성공한 사례는 전무합니다. 이 장르를 모바일로 개발하는 데 가장 핵심 요소라고 생각되는 부분들을 정리해.
Okay, so let's just read this real quick. So mobile roguelike deck building creates a different experience with every playthrough. Makes sense because every playthrough you guys probably gonna be building different types of cards to use in the fight and stuff like that. So you're gonna have a lot of different effects and experience playing it, right? That's very, very cool right there. Achieves the general core appeal with a satisfying balance, right? Prevent total balance collapse, which is really good because what this means is we do not have to worry about power creeps as much, right? It's not like HSR where every character that comes out is like power creeping the older characters, right? That is ridiculous. And yeah, but this is freaking amazing, right? So it's balance collapse caused by overbalancing. Makes sense?
맞습니다. 개발하는 동안 이 중 하나의 요소도
And it says improves accessibility in a genre known for complexity and requires knowledge. Yep.
구축하는 것조차 쉽지 않았는데요. 모든 플레이가 동일하지 않게 만들고 같은 경험으로 뽕맛을 반감시키지 않게 하는 것, 심각한 오버밸런스로 오픈하자마자 운영 이슈를 만들거나 사랑하는 캐릭터를 사용하지 못하는 일이 벌어지지 않게 하는 것. 카제나는 수많은 고민과 치열한 개발 끝에
Okay, CZN development was rigorous as it was thoughtful, so it could push past those limits, man.
한계를 뛰어넘고자 했습니다. 이 장르의 가장 치명적인 허들은 시작하자마자 카드를 선택해야 하는데 글이 너무 많고 알아야 할 모르는
Okay, to my text and to my so what there was he's referring to here is, you know, how in Epic 7 most of the card effects and stuff like that got a lot of like a long explanation and stuff like that, so it's kind of, you know, hard to, you know, memorize everything. But in this game they probably gonna minimize that to make it more, you know, digestible and more clear, right? It's gonna be short and sweet, right? So very cool, very cool.
지식이 너무 많다는 것입니다. 카즈나는 시작해서 첫 빌드를 자동 스킬 빌드업으로 시작합니다.
Okay, now this is the core stuff, right? So CZN unique deck building flow. CZN begins with an automatic skill building for your first run. So you're gonna get this auto skill build up right away whenever you start a fight, and you guys are gonna be like building on top of this. Okay, so yeah.
그리고 장비 획득을 통한 패시브 스킬.
And then you also get a passive right here. So and passive skill are obtained through equipment acquisition, right? So yeah, this is what they look like, right? The passives right here. It says equipment acquisition passive, right?
이후에는 심화된 업그레이드로 넘어가게 되는데요.
And then you can upgrade it to get more powerful stuff, right? So this is where the real deck building strategy kicks in, right? So after you get the first card and then the passive, then that's when you're gonna go into building more powerful decks, or not decks, but like cards and effects, right?
넘어가게 됩니다. 마지막으로는 초강력 스킬인 몬스터 스킬과 신 스킬로.
Yep. And eventually you expand into powerful monster skill and divine skills. And I imagine divine skills gonna be absolutely broken, guys. These are probably gonna be type of skills that like one-shot bosses or something, right? So yeah, very cool. And of course in this game you do have to pull 4 characters in order to get their card, because each character gonna have 25 cards and 100 common cards, which is a lot. I think making a tier list for CZN gonna be, you know, gonna be crazy, guys, because yeah, you know, trying to go through 25 of cards of each character is gonna be a lot, guys. So I don't know if we're gonna see a lot of tier lists and stuff like that being made, okay? Because that's just gonna be too much work, right?
하게 됩니다. 이 과정을 영상으로 좀 준비해봤는데요. 처음에는 캐릭터가 전장에서
So yeah, first your character gets a new skill idea during battle, okay?
새로운 스킬 아이디어가 떠오르게 됩니다. 두 번째는 던전 내 미지 구역에서 아이템을 획득.
Second is, you know, finding an item in an unidentified area of the dungeon, right? So these are the passive cards that you're gonna get, and you could just equip it on whichever character you want. I don't know if the effect will be spread through all your characters. I think it's only gonna be for one character right there, but it looks like you see the passive, there's like a tree for it, right? So it starts from here and it goes to all 3 of them. So if the passive affects all 3 of the characters, then that's amazing, right?
하는 장면입니다. 이후
okay, never mind. Yeah, so
두 번째는 던전 내 미지 구역에서 아이템을 획득하는 장면입니다.
See, he just equipped that on Rin, right? So it's not gonna be affecting everyone, right? It's gonna be for one character. So the more you explore the dungeons and stuff like that, the more you're gonna get, and you could equip it on the other characters as well, right?
이후 익숙하게 사용하던 카드를 확장한 빌드업을 하게 되는데, 이때 처음으로 덱빌딩을 하게 됩니다. 낮은 확률로 강력한 신의 능력을 얻기도 합니다.
And that is a little animation you guys gonna see whenever you locked out and get godly skill, right? So yeah.
강력한 신의 능력.
So you see one of those the gods, right? Well, she's a goddess, you know what I'm saying? She's a very beautiful goddess, by the way. But yeah, you see her, and she give you a broken card, right? Basically, right? So that's a low chance of gaining godly power, right? So yeah, that's RNG, but you know, once you get this godly power, I think you're gonna just fly through the content, basically, right? So these cards seems kind of broken, right?
얻기도 합니다.
Oh, I wish that was in English, man, so I could just like read what it does. But this card seems absolutely broken, right?
그리고 레어 몬스터를 처치했을 때 몬스터 스킬.
You can also earn monster skill by defeating rare monsters. Okay, so these are monster skills, right? So this is very cool, man. Bro, this game, I think we're all gonna be understanding it a bit more once we play it, man. I think just like looking at it here, it's gonna be kind of tricky to understand, but I think once you get inside the game, it's gonna be a lot easier to understand. But this looks freaking amazing. I don't know where this is gonna go though. So the monster skills is obtained, but where does that go? Like in the armored section or right here? Let me see.
얻기도 합니다. 이 능력들을 조합해서
Okay,
빌더
so they didn't show. Okay, it's fine. It's fine. You probably gonna just equip this somewhere, right? Player mix and match abilities to develop their build. Okay.
해 나가게 되는데요. 공용 카드와 능력은 시즌마다 변화해 갑니다.
See, as you can see, each character has a 25 unique card and abilities. Each character has 100 common card and abilities as well, right? Which is crazy, right? Common content partially changes depending on seasonal content. Okay, so they're gonna have something called a seasonal content, which is freaking amazing, right? Yeah, I mean this game, like you guys do not have to worry about content, man. This game gonna have a lot of content, man, to do, man. Yeah, it's gonna keep you busy for
캐릭터
sure.
덱빌딩 볼륨은 캐릭터당 총 25종의 고유 카드 능력, 캐릭터당 100종 이상의 공용 카드와 능력, 공용 콘텐츠는 시즌 콘텐츠에 따라 부분적으로 변화를 하는데요.
Very
라이브
cool.
서비스를 하면서 다양한 메타와
So we are preparing a live service that consistently provides fresh metas. Okay, and new build possibilities. Okay, cool. So yeah, the meta will change quite often. So that's something. I think I like it.
다양한 빌드를 경험하실 수 있게 준비하고 있습니다. 이러한 방대한 빌드업을 준비해 나가는 것은 개발팀의 큰 도전이었는데요. 핵심 재미와 다양성을 최대한 살리는 데
Yeah, it's crazy, man. They are able to come up with all this, man. That is crazy. That's amazing creativity skill, man. Like, sheesh, man. The minimum condition for success in the roguelike genre is balance, okay? Delivers the thrill of satisfying progression. Use AI to hedge risks from overbalancing. Okay, very good. Provides strategic diversity. So yeah, there's gonna be AI. That's basically how they will know not to overbalance or break the meta, right? By like really something broken or something, right? But yeah, that's very cool. Okay, we pushed for strong gameplay variety and excitement. Very cool.
중점을 두고 오버 밸런스를 쳐나가는 방식으로 마감 퀄리티를 올리고 있습니다.
Oof, man, you do, bro. Come
Stop
on, man.
identity thieves in
다음은 카제나의 아트에 대한 이야기입니다. 이 부분 또한 정말 혼을 담아 개발했는데요.
Yeah, the art.
카제나는 슈퍼 크리에이티브 잔체 엔진인 유나 엔진
Yeah, so advanced 2D visual, dynamic shadows, dynamic lighting, water reflection, environmental filters, environmental effect, and animations, man. Yeah, this game, the characters might look chibi, but it's a very high quality chibi, man. Trust me, man. This game is absolutely beautiful for sure, man.
으로 개발하고 있으며 수많은 기술 개발을 통해 2D 그래픽에서 보기 힘든 다양한 2D 기술을 실현했습니다. 능동적 그림자, 능동적 광원, 물 반사, 환경 필터,
Like, look at the background, man. This is fucking beautiful, man. Look at this, bro. Oh my god. I like this chick. She's holding a guitar. I like her. I don't know which one is it. She look cool. But look at this, man. Look at this abomination happening in the background, man. Just the city is just like a barren field, bro. That is crazy. There's like no human inside, basically, right? Because these chaos monsters are basically taking over everything, right? So very cool. Yeah, this thing looks sick, man. Damn, how many mouths do you need? Oh, that's crazy, man. Look at this.
다양한 환경 연출 및 애니메이션을
Yeah, he looks sick too. Man, look at this. Yeah, the background is just beautiful, man. Absolutely gorgeous. Yeah, this is also one way to keep the experience fresh, man. Like whenever you go into new stage, you're gonna see new background, new effect, new stuff like that. Just like beautiful, man. Yeah, dynamic shadow, active lighting, water reflection, environmental filters, layer animation, right? So yeah, very beautiful, man. Yeah, like this place, it looks like some sort of alleyway, right? So yeah, very cool.
이용해 게임의 룩앤필과 비주얼을 구성했습니다. 또한 많은 분들이 궁금해하시는 호러 SF 컨셉에 대해서도 소개해드립니다.
Okay, so let's also take a closer look at the horror science fiction theme many have been curious about.
기본적으로 게임은 모바일 시장에 맞춰 소프트한 게임 디자인을 제공하지만 진정한 악몽을 경험하고 싶은
But we have added a hardcore mode for those seeking a true nightmare. Okay, so there is a hard mode, which they are going to show, right? So there's like, the lower the level, the easier it's going to be, but the higher, the harder it's going to be, right? Yeah. Yeah, this game definitely going to be a bit difficult, but I think once you have the right deck and the right characters, you guys are going to be chilling, I think, right? But yeah, this thing will go all the way up to like 10 if I'm not mistaken, right?
유저들 위해 하드코어 모드도 제공하고 있습니다. 하드코어 모드에서는
Yeah, look at all these game modes, man. That's crazy. Beautiful, man.
근본적으로 중간 탈출이 불가능해 죽거나 코어 모드도 제공하고 있습니다. 하드코어 모드에서는 근본적으로 중간
Disable mid-round escape, so you either die or use an emergency recall. Okay, that is one thing to keep in mind, guys. So whenever you go inside a hard run or a hard like stage, Yeah, you either lose or you either somehow emergency recall. I don't know if this emergency recall gonna require some sort of currency to use, but it might just be like limited like 3 times a day or something, to leave the emergency to leave the stage, right? Because it's too difficult for you, right? But yeah, so it says you either die or use an emergency recall. So yeah, very interesting. Yep.
탈출이 불가능해 죽거나 긴급 기환만 가능합니다. 긴급 기환 시 획득한 모든 아웃게임 보상은 탈출이
Find another
불가능해
thing I want to
죽거나
mention.
긴급
So right here, guys. So here, what you guys can see right here, whenever you start stage, this side gonna be the combatant side, and this side gonna be the partner side. Okay. So yeah, he got 3 characters who you're gonna use inside the stage, and you got the supporters who are like the navigators in this game, right? So yeah, that is very cool. I like it.
기환만 가능합니다. 긴급 기환 시 획득한 모든 아웃게임 보상은 소실됩니다. 인게임
Here's a visual sequence showing an in-game breakdown. Yep.
긴급 기환만 가능합니다. 긴급 기환 시 획득한 모든 아웃게임 보상은 소실됩니다. 인게임에서 일어나는 붕괴에 대한 연출입니다. 하드코어 모드에서 피어
Yeah, and if you guys don't know, yeah, you guys see this right here, this purple bar, that is the mental breakdown bar. Okay, so whenever this thing fills up, then your character gonna go into mental breakdown, right? So yeah, so in most cases, you guys want to keep this as low as possible. Okay, so your character don't go inside the mental breakdown thing. Okay, it's a days animation you will inevitably encounter in hardcore mode, which makes sense, right? The harder the content is gonna be, the higher chance you're gonna have to get like this mental breakdown situation right here. All right.
필연적으로 경험하게 될 데스. 인게임에서 일어나는 붕괴에 대한 연출입니다.
Game breakdown.
하드코어 모드에서 필연적으로
It's a days animation you will inevitably encounter in hardcore mode.
경험하게 될 데스 연출입니다.
And yeah, he just kills. Yeah.
게임에서 탈출해도 캐릭터의 정신 건강은
So even if you escape the game, your character's mental health still requires ongoing care. Okay, that's good to keep in mind, man. So yeah, even if you leave the stage, the mental breakdown will not disappear, basically, right? So you guys have to lower that somehow. I don't know how you guys how we'll be able to like lower this mental breakdown bar, but we'll see, man. We'll see, right? Once the game comes out.
꾸준히 관리해줘야 합니다. 정신 이상 상태의 캐릭터는 이와 같이 2가지 방법으로 회복합니다.
Okay, so character experiencing a mental breakdown can recover in 2 ways. So it says there's psychological concealing and there's a delayed memory. I don't know what this delayed memory is. It sounds like some sort of like saved data getting delayed or something, but yeah, that is interesting. Yeah, okay.
합니다. 심리 상담은 고민과 노력.
Okay, so psychological concealing takes effect in time, but delivers reliable recovery. Okay. So this is like, this is one way to like recover your mental breakdown slowly, right? Because yeah, so it's reliable but slow, right? So it takes time, right?
하지만 회복 효과가 확실하고 기억 속어는 매우 간단.
Okay, so while memory deletion is quick but raises your most recent save data. Okay, interesting. So this game, like whenever you go inside the stage, there's going to be a save data because the stage is probably going to be longer. So there's going to be a checkpoint and there's going to be a save data. So yeah, I don't think you ever want to click on this unless you just want to like do the run again. But yeah, definitely, I think this seems like the way to go every time. Okay, so the psychological concealing, right? So yeah, if you guys ever played the Epic 7, whenever you go inside the stages, they're not quick, right? You just do a fight and you get out. That's not the case, right? Most of the time, you go inside the stage and it's a longer stage, right? So you go in and there's like a area to rest and recover your HP and then continue your journey through clearing the stage, right? So I think that's something similar happening here, right? So yeah, that's interesting. Okay.
하지만 바로 이전에 획득했던 세이브 데이터를 소실시킵니다. 게임 업계에서 2D만큼은 저희들의
Game
자부심입니다.
developer, we take most pride.
어떤 회사도 따라올 수 없는 볼륨과 퀄리티를 보여드리기 위해서 최선을 다했습니다. 지금부터 메이린이라는 캐릭터를 여러분이 획득했을 때
Okay, this is
게임 시스템으로 경험할 수 있는 순수 아트들을 정리해
Dude, that dragon looks sick, man. Oh my god. Yeah, she's probably gonna be OPS character, but yeah.
보았습니다. 강력한 기술을 사용할 때 연출되는 2D
Very cool.
일러스트입니다.
I like it.
심리 상담을 할 때 사용되는 리소스입니다. 높은 해상도로 제작이 되었습니다.
Okay, hold on.
2D 일러스트입니다. 심리 상담
Let me just go back real quick.
순수 아트들을 정리해 보았습니다. 강력한 기술을 사용할 때
Okay, here we have a 2D illustration that plays when you use a powerful skill. Okay, very nice. Yeah, it looks beautiful.
연출되는
Of course.
2D 일러스트입니다. 심리 상담을 할 때 사용되는 리소스입니다. 높은 해상도로 제작이 되었습니다. 캐릭터 애니메이션은 각종 제스처와 공격
Yeah, so and this is the chibi animation right here, which is beautiful, man. Alright.
리소스입니다. 높은 해상도로 제작이 되었습니다. 캐릭터 애니메이션은
So yeah, character animation include a variety of gestures, attacks, and ultimate skills, right? So these are different types of poses you're gonna see whenever you play with this character, right? Yeah, that's a lot of animation, man. That's crazy. Yeah, this is definitely a very high quality chibi, man. Like you guys can see, right? The amount of effort they put into this, right? Very cool, man. Yeah.
각종 제스처와 공격 연출, 필살기 등 정말 다양한 연출들로
So yeah, as you guys can see, right, more than 30 different animations have been prepared for each characters, man. That is crazy, man. That is crazy. Yeah, very, very amazing stuff right here.
30개 이상 준비되어 있습니다. 이 부분은 전투 준비 자세
Yeah, okay, then you got this card right here. And if, yeah, I'll go into this card right here later on, guys. Okay.
애니메이션입니다. 카드를 사용할 때 액션을 취하면서 다양한 연출을
Yeah,
이 부분은 전투 준비 자세
So this is the animation that plays when the character gears up for combat. Okay.
애니메이션입니다. 카드를
Yeah, I love the fact that whenever you use character skill, like you get this, full body close up, man. That is beautiful.
사용할 때
And then using cards trigger a range of unique action and effects.
액션을 취하면서
Makes sense.
다양한 연출을 하게 됩니다. 그리고 때때로는 필살기를 사용할 때도
And sometimes cards will also animate when using an ultimate skills.
이 캐릭터가 애니메이션 연출을 보여주게 됩니다.
I mean, of course, the ultimate animation is like beautiful, right? As always, right? As Malgate, they are known for great animations on ultimates, right? If you guys already seen what Epic 7 got, right? Yeah, beautiful ultimates.
강력한 기술입니다.
Ambition doesn't accept limits. It drives us to make connections and see potential.
Let's keep that real quick.
이벤트 연출과 이벤트 애니메이션입니다. 약 1분 30 정도의 볼륨을 가지고 있습니다.
Minute and 30 seconds. These have a running time of about.
캐릭터 카드는 캐릭터마다
Okay, so yeah, there's a lot of stuff right here. As you can see, there's starting cards, which are like different skills, and you got your unique cards right here. So each character card has at least 7 unique cards, right? So yeah.
최소 7종 이상의 고유 카드를 보유하고 있습니다. 또한 이 카드들은 프리즘
This can also be upgraded to what we call Prism cards. So yeah, I'll go into this Prism card thing. Okay, this art right here, this is the 2D animated art. You can get it by the gacha, like in the banner, right? There's a banner for this where you can select which card you want this animation on, and you guys can select it. It's a cosmetic thing, so you guys don't need to get it, but it looks beautiful, right? So yeah, especially for spender players, yeah, this is gonna be something they could use to like flex and stuff like that, right? So yeah, very cool.
카드라고 해서 이펙트와 애니메이션을
Yeah, look at this, man. I love the effect, man. It's just like beautiful card right here.
적용시킨
We got
카드로도
special
업그레이드
effect animation.
가능합니다.
Makes
이러한
sense.
연출들을 종합해
You can see what combat looks like when we then combine these elements. Oh, and by the way, this prism cards right here, they don't add any effect or anything to your character. Okay, it's just aesthetic thing. Okay, so you guys don't worry about stressing over this. Okay.
전투에서 볼 수 있는 연출을 보여드리겠습니다.
Yeah, let's watch that through. Man, that is
캐릭터
beautiful. Let's watch
애니메이션을
that.
적용시킨
Oh.
카드로도 업그레이드 가능합니다. 이러한 연출들을 종합해 전투에
You can see what combat looked like when we then combine these filaments, right? So yeah, whenever he uses those upgraded prism cards, you're gonna see all this extra effects, right?
볼 수 있는 연출을 보여드리겠습니다.
Yeah, and beautiful, man, beautiful. The ultimate is insane, man. And if you guys notice, right? So let's just explain this, right? So as you guys can see, there is a bunch of stuff going on right here. Okay, all this right here you guys see is debuffs, right? So and of course the boss weak to fire, which she's a fire unit, right? And of course you got the mental breakdown bar right here, you know what I'm saying, which is like they're chilling, they're really safe here, they're not going to get into they're not going to go into mental breakdown anytime soon, okay, because this thing is not filled at all, right? So and there's this right here, so whenever you use attack, these cards right here decrease, right? So whenever you use attack, this card gets lower, right? So this is your card selection area right here, and the enemy also got similar thing, right?
붕괴 일러스트와 연출입니다.
So let me show you guys, right? So let me just slow this down real quick, right? Yeah. Let's just slow this down. Okay.
이펙트와 애니메이션 연출들을 종합해
Look at this.
전투에서 볼 수 있는
See,
연출을
whenever you use a card, that gets transferred to that, right? Which is that's the enemy side right here. Okay. Yeah, that is interesting. Yeah, this is gonna be a learning curve, man. Trying to figure out what's going on in this game, right? And of course, you know, they got ultimate, so they are glowing and stuff like that. But yeah, man, that is crazy. Okay, let's just put it on normal speed real quick.
붕괴 일러스트와 연
And of course, this is our mental breakdown art right here. Yeah, she looks crazy, man. She looks out of it, man. Here's a look at the breakdown, illustration, and effects.
연출입니다. 캐릭터마다 상황에 따라 두 종류씩 제작됩니다. 심리
And then, yeah, the same thing, right? Psychological concealing and delayed memories, right? They are the okay. These are the facial animations shown during a character's psychological concealing, right? So okay, this is for this right here. So yeah, that's the face, and that's for the delay memory one, right?
상담을 통해 연출되는 캐릭터의 페이셜 연출들입니다. 심리 상담을 플레이하면 상황에
Everything as
따라서
you navigate through a session. Okay.
표현됩니다. 이렇게 제작된 리소스를 최근에 발매된 심리 상담을 통해 연출되는 캐릭터의 페이셜 연출들입니다. 심리 상담을 플레이하면 상황에 따라서 표현됩니다. 이렇게 제작된 리소스를 최근에 발매된 2D 게임들과 비교해 보았습니다.
Yep. 2D
최근에
games.
출시된
When compared to these competing 2D titles, okay, so we got LD animations, LD battle ultimates, character illustration, illustration animation, special illustration animation, breakdown, distraction illustration, special models animation, special expressions, card illustration, prism illustration animation. Yeah, bro, like they went above and beyond for this, man. That's crazy. Yeah, look at the amount of animation detail they added to this game. That's crazy.
경쟁 2D 최신작과 비교할 때 최소
Yeah,
개발
that is
비용이
great.
5배에서 많게는 10배 이상 많은 제작 리소스가 들어갑니다.
Yep.
이렇게 하나하나의 캐릭터를 제작하는데 수많은
Many artists collaborate in tandem to create a single character.
아티스트들이
Makes sense,
협업해서
man.
병렬 작업으로만 8개월의 제작 기간을 사용합니다.
Yeah, 8 months to produce it, man. That is crazy. Yeah, this game is definitely here to stay, man. I could see this game competing the same level as like Genshin Impact and like HSR, bro. Yeah, you guys gonna see this as the top, guys. Trust me, man.
하고 있습니다. 마지막으로 엔드 컨텐츠에 대해 간단하게 설명해
We got endgame
드리겠습니다.
content now. Listen, briefly about
먼저
endgame.
차원의 영역
Okay, so now let's look at this. So we have a dimensional dawn and dimensional twilight, right? So these are supposed to be the in the game content. You have 101 days and 22 hours to complete the dimensional twilight, right? So this dimensional dawn doesn't have any time limit, so I think you could do it anytime. I think this might be like a tower mode or something. I could see that. It says tactical terrain and it says basin of hyperspace, right? Okay, so let's take a look at dimensional dawn and dusk. Okay.
과 황혼입니다. 매 주기마다 전
This content features combat designs that change each cycle. Okay.
디자인 변경되는 컨텐츠로 정기적으로 새로운 도전과
Letting players regularly face new challenges and earn rewards. Makes
보상을
sense.
제공해 드립니다. 그 다음은 로그라이크 컨텐츠
And we have this right here, which is next is Chaos Manifestation and Zero System. Our roguelike content, man. That's why we have Zero System and Chaos Manifestation. By just looking at it, this might be similar thing as like simulated universe or something like that, right? Where you know you go in, you pick buffs, and you just go through the stages and clear it to get rewarded. So I could see this being similar to like simulated universe, which is pretty cool. You know what I'm saying?
콘텐츠인 카오스 구현과 제로 시스템입니다. 제로 시스템은
Yep. Okay. So the Zero System is an anti-chaos AI built to counter the threat of chaos. Okay. Very cool. Okay. So it says the blue pot save data limit. So you got 30,600 save data limit. Chance of rare fate occurrence increased by 50%. Tier 1 elite and boss spot monsters attack and max health increased by 5. So as you guys can see, right, the more higher stage you guys gonna go, the more buff the enemy is gonna get, right? So this is the first stage. So the enemy attack and max HP increased by 5%, right? So yeah, this is gonna be okay. So it's like a tower mode actually. Or actually, no, is it? Let's just watch.
하우스에 대항하기 위해 만든 덱하우스 AI입니다. 이곳에서
You explore every form of chaos that lurks in deep space.
시무의 존재 가능한 모든 카오스를 탐험해 볼 수 있다는 설정인데요. 플레이어는 이곳에서
Players can experience an infinite variety of roguelike content.
다양한 로그라이크 컨텐츠를 무궁무진하고 다양한 옵션으로 경험할 수 있으며 가끔은 유니크한 지역에 접근할 수도 있습니다. 이 부분은 게임 내에서 직접 확인 부탁드립니다. 여기까지 카제나 프로젝트에 대해 간단하게 소개해 드렸습니다. 사전 플레이 테스트에 많은 관심 부탁드리며 저희 개발팀 드렸습니다. 사전 플레이 테스트에 많은
Would you for you to join the upcoming limited playtest? Of
관심
course.
부탁드리며 저희 개발팀은 다음 개발자 코멘터리로 다시 인사드리겠습니다. 감사합니다.
Yeah, great video, man. Great video. But yeah, what do you guys think, man? What do you guys think about this? Okay, is this like simulator universe or is this a tower mode type game mode? For me, it's giving off like a simulator universe type of vibe right here because in HSR, for example, right, whenever you go into the simulator universe, there are different stages, right? So there's 1, 2, 3, right? So there's different stages you guys can go in to complete, and you guys can unlock the next part, and you guys can keep going like that, right? So I think this might be a simulator universe type game mode, man. I'm leaning toward that, but yeah, let me know what you guys think about this, man. And yeah, another thing I want to look at, I want to go back here actually real quick one more time, right? This was the basic gameplay we saw so far.
이 부분은
So yeah, the characters.
준비자세 애니메이션입니다. 연출을 보여주. 때때로는 필살기를 사용할 때도 이 캐릭터가 애니메이션 연출을 보여주게 됩니다. 강력한 기술입니다.
And of course, as you guys can see, there's this thing right here, which is a skill point. They call it EP, if I'm not mistaken. So this is a skill point. So whenever you use a skill, that gets lowered, right? So yeah, very cool, man. Yeah.
이벤트 연출과 이벤트 애니메이션입니다.
Yeah.
약 1분 30 정도의 볼륨을 가지고 있습니다. 캐릭터.
So yeah, they also have like 2D animation. You probably can't put that 2D animation on your home screen or stuff like that, you know, if you guys want, I think. Similar to like Blue Archive and stuff like that, right?
카드는 캐릭터마다 최소 7종 이상의 고유 카드를 보유하고 있음을 적혀 볼 수 있는 연출을 보여드리겠습니다.
Yeah, this is crazy, man. Like, look at this. And of course, it tells you like the amount of skill point it requires, right? So there's 2 for this one for this. These 2 cost 0 skill point, so you guys can't spam those if you guys want. And yeah, man, this character right here, the one with the sniper, is I think a newer character. I haven't seen her before, so yeah, she looks cool. I'm not gonna lie, but yeah. Yeah, that's a bunch of debuff, man. Yeah, bro's getting cooked. Look at the amount of debuff on this guy, okay? Yeah, and the boss design is, of course, beautiful, right? And, of course, you got, like, some sort of buffs right here. It says 13% and 137%. Not sure what this is, but, yeah, we'll know once the game comes out, right? Of course, this is a level 60, I think, requirement, right? As you guys can see. And then she's down. Yeah, that is beautiful, man. Anyways, man, let me know what you guys think about this, man. I think this is a beautiful stuff right here. And yeah, I do want to also show you guys this right here. This is a video by Vic Chun. Yeah, go ahead and like and subscribe to him. Of course, this came out 13 days ago, which I just found it yesterday. And yeah, let's just look at it. I just want to show you guys some stuff real quick.
Back to the video. Now, something I want to point out right away is that in the story playthrough that I did, there is auto skip, so like it'll play all the dialogue.
So yeah, there is auto skip in the story mode. So if you are guys, were worried about not like no skip button being available in the game, there is one. Of course, it's not going to be available for like hard mode contents. Okay, so yeah,
log for you. So for someone that doesn't really like reading the story and all the dialogue and everything, It's really efficient. You just click and hold the button. Now, in this, what you're seeing in front of you is basically kind of like the map for what this dungeon is going to look like, right? So you can choose your path. You can go the upper level or the lower level. That's going to outline like how many battles you're going to have, like equipment upgrade kind of floors, right, that are in that dungeon, which you'll be able to see. And one thing I do want to also point out is that in this battle, you can see that all of the cards have very basic written explanations in terms of what they do. And one of the main focuses and what the developers had said was that they learned from Epic 7 in the fact that they didn't want there to be like really long, skill descriptions where you have to read and make it super complex and everything, right? So
pretty much what I mentioned earlier. They want to make the card description and stuff a bit simplified. So yeah, as you guys can see, just like deal 220% damage to all enemies. Very simple to understand, right?
They made it so that the text on the cards are.
I'll just speed this up a bit because the video is getting a bit longer. So yeah, but yeah, this is a great video. Definitely go ahead and check it out if you guys want to see the full video. Okay.
Very easy to understand, particularly for other languages, especially like in Korean and Japanese and other languages that they might support in the future. And as you can see here, this is going to be almost like an ultimate.
Yeah, so generate Shadow Daggers 3, cards in hand, Weaken 2, and Agni 4 times 2. So this Weaken and Agni are debuff skills right here, okay? So yeah, you can apply this on the boss, basically.
As you could say, like an ultimate ability that you can see every single character is going to have when they generate enough AP.
See? Like a bunch of...
On the bottom, you're going to see a little number 3.
Let me show you guys.
Every
see? The boss got a bunch of debuffs on him right here.
Card works off of an AP system. So one card could use 1 AP, another card could use 2 AP, another card could use 0 AP to generate you AP or shield or healing. And what you're seeing now is kind of like,
as you guys can see, there is a resting area basically whenever you explore stages or dungeons, right? So you can rest here to recover your HP and also lower the mental breakdown bar right here, okay?
Camping and labyrinth.
It looks like it requires some sort of currency right here, which I don't know how you're gonna get this. I imagine you could get this currency by just exploring the stage, but yeah, there is gonna be a currency requirement, and yeah, but I think you could do the first one for free if I'm not mistaken, right?
Epic 7, where if your character's
see, it says rest free, right?
But weaker, you're going to be able to rest so you can generate the HP back, as you can see here.
Yep.
And so it's a very familiar feature that I felt when I was playing. I was like, oh, okay, yeah, like I kind of know what this is like, right? It almost reminds me of like Labyrinth, right? For all my Epic 7 players that watch this video. And when you're moving in from between stages, I got to tell you, like this game feels really smooth.
It says increase created by 80, dice roll 12, upon success, equipment Crimson Sword obtained. Okay, so this is the gameplay he's showing right here is a simulated universe type gameplay, right? So whenever you clear a stage, you could pick up buffs. You could choose from between buffs and you could pick whichever you want, right? So this one gives you sword, this one gives you the currency, right? Which I'm guessing is this currency that you could use to race and also buy stuff from the shop, right? In the stage, right? So yeah.
Right, it really feels like they put a lot of time into the game, and what you're seeing on screen now is actually me getting a weapon floor, right, an equipment floor rather. And there's
okay. Let me just
what you're seeing on screen now is actually me.
Okay, so it says attack plus 28 when dealing damage with a targeted attack card. Apply 2 Agni. Activates 1 time per turn. Okay, so this is a debuff type build he's doing right here. Okay, yeah, very cool. Very
getting
cool,
a weapon floor, right, an equipment floor rather.
And yeah, you roll a dice in order to get the modifier, basically beta modifier, right? So yeah, very cool. This is a D&D part of the game, right?
And there's a little bit of RNG.
Very cool.
This from what I understand, but the gearing system is very straightforward. Okay, you can get equipment from actual like story modes, or
yeah, you just equipped it.
If you're a more hardcore player, you can choose the farm dungeons.
Yeah, look at the background, man. It's beautiful.
Get better equipment. So almost kind of like in Epic 7 or any farming gacha. If you have to farm certain PvE stages over and over, you'll increase your equipment so that you can.
Bro, these artists are like extending the video to like a lot longer, bro. Come on, man.
Push for harder content
YouTube,
in Chaos Zero Nightmare, right? And pay attention to the bottom. You can see the number 3. Each card has a number, and every single character has 25 unique.
Yeah, so 25 cards per card, a specific 100 cards general. Used human feedback for balancing with the help of AI for general directions. Yeah, I took note one. And every character has over 30 animation, mix of chibi style mixed with Epic 7 2D animation, which we looked at earlier, right?
Cards to that character, but there are typically like 100 cards in a deck, and obviously more to be added in the future, where they are universal.
I want to look at
and every
this
single
card right here. Okay. So this card gives, let's say, generate shadow daggers, 3 cards in hand, generate shadow daggers, 2 cards in hand, and increase the agony of generated shadow daggers by 3, which, yeah. Okay, so yeah, you could pick whichever like skill effect you guys want, right? I think this seems to be the strongest skill right here. This one just generates shadow dagger, but this one generates shadow daggers. On top of that, it increases the agony of generated shadow daggers by 3.
character has 25 unique cards, but character, but there are typically like 100 cards in a deck, and obviously more to be added in the future, where they are universal, right? Where these 3 characters can all use these 100 cards, but these 25 cards particularly are only going to be specific to that said character.
See, like
because
this,
it's,
right?
quote unquote their card, right? And yeah, another thing I want to kind of mention is that this game was actually supposed to come out.
Okay, some areas and tasting will be available, not available. Game was supposed to be released 1 year ago, but they internally decided to refine the story and things in the game, especially with many competitors releasing games at similar time of the year. The dark fantasy roguelike is very popular genre now, but when they start development and blah blah blah. Okay.
In 2024 last year, but it got pushed back as some of you guys have.
Which I think that was a good idea, because you guys see what kind of product they came up with, right? Yeah, I think delaying the release was a good idea, right? So they could make the right changes and make the game even better, right?
Following would know is because they wanted to refine the game. They wanted to feel a little bit more polished. And as someone that actually did playtest it, and all this footage is me literally playing, by the way. Like, this is me playing. This is not something that they handed to me or something they told me to use. This is me playing the game and really getting a feeling for it. There's that chibi factor where I felt a little bit not too.
That Renoir is basically, by the way, like a clone. She's a fake one.
Comfortable with initially, but then when they add in the 2D animations that makes Epic 7 such a great game that you guys all know of, and the character design also, you can tell that it's Epic 7 kind of influenced, right? And you can definitely feel it in this game. And every single character, I do want to point out, as you can see on screen, I'm going to pop up, every single character actually has 30 animations to them. So 30 animations, and you can really tell that there's been a lot of time put into the game, and every little action in the lobby, in the summoning part.
Okay, I want to show you guys camping. I want to show you guys the summon real quick, okay?
And I was clicking around. I was asking my translator.
What is the achievement and stuff?
Click into all of this, and he's like, I think so.
And there's card collections, as you guys can see, right? So the more cards you get, you guys unlock, the more card effects you're gonna get, right? Each card are gonna have different cards you guys will get by summoning on the cards, right?
I was like, okay, then I'm just gonna click on everything. I want to showcase everything.
And basically, as they said, right, each card are gonna have 25 cards. So when you summon on characters, you're gonna get 25 cards per characters, and you could combine those cards to create a powerful deck, right? So yeah, meta wise, I think character wise, this game definitely gonna have a lot of strong characters, because each card's probably gonna have different amazing effects, right? So yeah,
you guys, and you can see I'm going through all through the card system. You can see that they have an amazing filter system where you can look through the grades. You can see which cards belong to which character. In the mentioned earlier video,
I want to show you guys the shopping stuff
of the game. And in the shop, one thing I do want to mention.
See, so by summoning, you're gonna get this currency, and you could exchange that currency for the summon currency right here.
This was not available in the first playtest that my translator.
Let me just read that.
In the shop, one thing I do want to mention.
Yeah, these two are the summon currencies right here.
That this was not available in the first play.
So it says moment of radiant hero, the digitized memory of a certain heroes. Though time has passed, it hasn't faded at all. Right?
Test that my translator had participated in, so he wasn't really able to comment on the cost of the shop and how hard it is to kind of acquire the currency and whatnot. So I can't really.
Yeah, one thing I do want to know is this Zeronium currency. I don't know where to get that. I would love to know that. Okay, that'd be cool.
Comment on that, but I did want to make sure that you guys were able to see the shop at least, because honestly, I myself was curious to see, is it going to be free to play? But the another thing that was really,
and of course these are partners, and apparently this game partners are basically the weapon system. pretty much, guys. Okay. In my previous video, I said the weapon system was the other banner, which I was wrong actually.
Interesting was the partner system, and I was like, oh, what's this partner system?
See, right now he got like 3 partners right here.
It's basically a very, very similar version to like Guardians in Epic 7, except in Epic 7 you can't level them, the Guardians up, right? Like Arky. In this game, you can level up the partners so that they are actually able to grant you stronger passive effects. So depending on what kind of content you're looking to clear, you're going to be able to partner up with different partners, which can
Yeah, so the main thing is like you guys want to definitely summon 4 characters and also the partners, okay? Because the partners definitely make a big changes to your characters, right? So for example, this one right here gives you the assigned combatant attack is increased by 9% at the start of the battle. Damage dealt by the assigned combatant increased by 8 for 1 turn, right? So of course this is a lower rarity partner, so the effect is not too strong, but you guys can see, right? Imagine the higher rarity ones, right? They're gonna have even better effects and stuff like that, right? And they're also gonna have like skills right here, as you guys can see. For this one, you got a giant bazooka attack right here, which is deal 120% damage to all enemies, deal 1 blocks of tenacity damage. If I'm not mistaken, 1 block means it's a break bar, right? And it costs EP points. So yeah, using partners skills also cost EP point, right? And yeah, using your partner skills also cost EP point. So you definitely there's gonna be a lot of like managing the skill point happening, okay? Well, the EP point for this game, right? So the AP point right here.
Stats, I'm gonna give you defensive stats. So especially in like hard mode, where all these things are going to matter the most, since everything is manual and it's way harder, and the rewards are much greater. It's gonna be very important, I believe, later on for the partner system. But I wasn't able to clarify if there's only 3 or if there's more. I personally have no idea, and we have no way of knowing until we get into the game. And now in this game, obviously,
okay, now I want to show you guys the summon banner.
Nightmare in early stage. And another thing that I looked through was actually the combatants, which I believe I'm going to click into in just a moment. Oh, actually, no. I'm going to be doing some gacha pulls.
Okay, so this is the beginner banner right here, of course. Upon 30 rescues, you'll be guaranteed a standard 5-star combatant. This banner will close after 30 rescue. Every 10 rescue, you are guaranteed to obtain a 4-star or higher combatant or partners, right? So yeah, it says within 80 attempts, you have a 50% chance to obtain the featured 5-star combatant. Of course, this is for rate up banners right here. But this is the beginner banner right here, which you guys can do anytime you guys want and get 1 free 5-star character from it. Okay, so very cool. So yeah, it looks like this right here is a free-to-play currency right here, right? Of course, you got like 200 of it because it's a test account, right? But yeah. But yeah, it's very, very cool right here.
And my translator was like, I don't know if we can do this, and I was
wait, let's watch.
I'm gonna click into in just a moment. Oh,
you kind of
actually,
space through.
I'm gonna be doing some gacha pull.
Okay. And the high chance combatant rescue, a specific 5-star combatant has a higher chance of appearing than other 5-star combatant. Okay, makes sense. They're talking about the rate up banners. Okay, if the 5-star combatant you obtain is not the featured one, the next 5-star combatant you acquired is the guarantee one. Of course, this is a 50-50 thing going on right here.
Like, I don't know if we can do this, and I was like,
okay,
dude, like, am I really gonna make this video and not do a 10 pull at least? And I was like, fuck it, dude. I was like, that's why I was like canceling. I'm like, there's like 200 crystals. I'm literally just like talking to him, and then he's like, yeah, I don't know. And I was like, fuck it, dude, I'm ripping it. So I ripped 10.
I don't blame him, bro.
And
I don't blame him. This is that gambling mindset, bro. He had to click it, bro. He just couldn't resist, right? Okay, so this is a summon animation, right? It looks very cool, actually. Sorry, guys.
Yeah.
Cracked windshield?
Excuse me, guys. Excuse me. Yeah,
Get it fixed now and pay later at safelight.com.
Bro, come on, YouTube, bro. What are you doing, bro? This is so...
Yeah, you can see the animations here. This is what it looks like when you're pulling certain characters. They have different animations. Don't mind the text in the very middle because they let me know that that's just like a playtesting server, which is why I came.
Very cool animation, right? Let me just lower the speed real quick. We're back to normal.
But I did get a few characters.
I don't know what this thing is, bro. This thing looks interesting. I ain't gonna lie. This is Nakia. That's the name. That's probably, of course, a rare character. But yeah, no, this might be a partner actually. Yeah, it looks like a partner, I think.
Characters, I have no idea what they do, but you can see that the animations are.
And yeah, this is 5-star characters he got, right? Yeah, of course, she's one of my favorite design. She looks amazing, man. Dude, my God, yo.
Very nice.
And yeah, it looks like each card, they're gonna have a second art as well, right? Whenever you like upgrade them, you're gonna get a second art. Probably, as you guys can see, right? This is her base form and this is her character art right here.
And I believe I do.
Yeah, Orlia, man, Orlia looks great. She's a controller and she's an instinct type, which is interesting. I'm guessing instinct means like a support or some sort of like, it might be a light or dark type element, but yeah.
There we go. So I pulled Ak.
And then you got a 4-star.
He's a like.
The interesting thing is the 5-star, which is supposed to be the highest rating, is purple. And the 4-star is actually gold, which I think I like the purple color. You know, purple is my favorite color, so this looks actually cool. You know what I'm saying? So this is what it looks like. You know, of course he got super lucky and pulled a 5-star on the first temple, right? So yeah, very cool.
Like a new epic character. I really don't know if like orange or purple is better. I'm not sure. Once we get into the game, we'll be able.
And of course, we have this. This is a regular banner, basic standard banner. Say combat rescue. After 70 rescues, you are guaranteed to obtain a 5-star permanent combatant. Every 10 rescue guarantees a 4-star, right? So yeah, as you guys can see, this is the standard banner right here, and there's 70 PD, which is actually lower than any of the MiHoYo games. You know, MiHoYo games, they have like 80 PD. This is 70 PD, which I think this game gonna have a soft PD at like 60, so that's not bad actually. That's very good.
We'll find out, but something that.
And we got, of course, the partners right here. This is a standard banner for partners, as you guys can see. Sorry guys, that's the cops. Okay, this partner rescue, you are guaranteed to obtain 5-star permanent banner upon reaching the 70th rescue. So yeah, 70 PD for partner and 70 PD for the combatant as well.
Was very interested in.
And yeah, this right here. Last video, I say this was a weapon banner, but no, I was wrong. Apparently, the partners are actually considered the weapon in this game. Basically, this is just a skin. Basically, this is just aesthetic thing right here going on, which we saw earlier, right? So yeah, whenever you get this, you could put it on your character's like skills and get like a very cool like animation and like effects and stuff like that. So yeah, this, you guys do not have to worry about, you know, summoning all this. This is definitely very nice. You know, I'm glad they made it where this is like just, you know, optional thing, right, to do. This, you know, for mainly for like pay to win players. You know, if they want like flex and like you know show off their like, you know, style and stuff like that, right? They're like, you know, how much money they spend and stuff like that. Yeah, this is good, right?
The combatant system. So I wanted to make sure I took a look at it as well.
Yeah, as it says, select one 5-star combatant to conduct an observation. Only Prism module for selected operative will appear in the 5-star Prism module pool. Right?
Well, in just a moment, as you'll see me clicking into it.
Oh wait, let's go back real quick.
So I wanted to make sure I took a look at it as well in just a moment.
Okay, so it says Prism module are items that add animation effect to the combatant's card. You can select a desired 5-star combatant to obtain that combatant Prism module, right? So yeah, of course, it's very cool that you can select and get the one you selected. It's a guarantee banner, so that's amazing, right? Yeah, very cool. Yeah, this is mainly for pay-to-win players, right? Nothing crazy, right?
The combatant system helps you understand what every single character does. So right, you can see all of the base stats it has.
We got, of course, attack, defense, health, critical chance, and critical damage. That is a crime, but what? I guess she doesn't need a critical chance because I think she's some sort of like debuffer character, if I'm not mistaken. So yeah, that's cool. Yeah, 3% crit rate with 125 crit damage. That should be a crime, bro. I'm not gonna lie, bro.
If you want to level up said character, they will increase the base stats, and that level up ingredient is going to be gathered from
so level
story
10?
stages or from missions.
Okay, so once you get to level 10, you have to limit break them into level 20, and then you're going to break them once more to get to 30 and stuff like that, right? So as you guys can see, you're going to have to limit break the character 1, 2, 3, 4, 5 times to max levels them, right? So yeah.
And anywhere else in the game that I don't know about yet.
I really hope like the energy system is not too bad in this game, because yeah, it looks like you're gonna need a lot of resources to like, you know, build your character. So hopefully the energy system is amazing, so we could play however long we want, right? So we could farm a lot more and stuff like that, right? That'd be freaking amazing. But yeah, of course we got the deck right here.
Yeah, at this moment, and every combatant obviously has their specific cards that I mentioned throughout this video as well, and they have gear slots in this.
Okay, so as you guys can see right here, right? So each character, they come with 25 unique cards, right? And apparently it looks like you could select which cards you guys gonna use in order to build your deck. Of course, this is the equipment section. You got the sword, you got the armor, and you got the accessory section right here. But yeah, that's very cool, man.
Mode as well, or in this game, where you can favorite up to 3 different gear slots. So maybe one for PvE, one for hard mode, one for something else. So I really like that. And there's no free, there's free unequipped cost. Okay, so
and of course we got a skill tree page right here, which is a traces and stuff like that. So yeah, very cool. Yeah, by using certain material and units, you can activate a combatant's potential. Increasing potential will increase their stats and can even unlock a new epiphany effects. Okay, makes sense. Yeah, this is definitely another thing you guys definitely gonna have to do to max out your character's damage and stuff like that, right? So yeah, this is definitely very important right here. Yeah, definitely grinding material for this is definitely must.
That's a huge thing. I should have mentioned earlier in the video. And the
and of course we got a dupe system right here. Of course, each character gonna have 6 dupes that you guys can unlock.
Is basically the memory imprint system.
Okay, for example, let's look at this. So the first dupe says decrease the cost of cursed gauge card by 1. That is actually a very powerful effect, right? If you guys don't know the curse gauge, that's basically the skill, the AP cost, basically, if I'm not mistaken, right? So decrease the cost of the cursed gauge card by 1. That is very good.
Epic 7, but
and we got that is dupes 3. It says increase damage, shield, and healing of all of Teresa's card by 15%. That is a very powerful dupe as well.
That's basically everything.
And it says Agni. Let me see.
Send is basically the memory imprint system that we have in Epic 7, but that's.
Okay, so dupe 4 gives her Agni applied by the Wave of Darkness card increased by 2. Of course, this Wave of Darkness card is one of her skills. And yeah, that is amazing effect as well, right? So yeah. Yeah, Agni applied by Wave of card increased by 2. That is crazy, man. Yeah, she definitely got one of the best like dupes, I'm not gonna lie.
Basically everything I want to show you.
It says on the dupe 5, it gives her increased damage, shield, and healing of all of Teresa's card by 15%. Again, bro, that is crazy. So her dupes will give her about like 30% increase to her damage, shield, and healing. Pretty much. That is a lot, actually. Yeah, her dupes definitely are very powerful, man. And she seems to be like a standard unit. So yeah, getting her dupe will be a bit easier. So that is freaking amazing, man. Yeah, by going off of this, it looks like the standard characters, they're gonna be quite strong, actually. Yeah, her dupes are kind of crazy, I'm not gonna lie.
You guys, in terms of the...
Oh, bro's too fast with this, man.
Imprint system that we have in Epic 7, but that's basically everything I want to show you guys in...
Okay, so her final dupe says increase the damage of Teresa's Shadow Dagger card by 20% when using it on target in an Agni state, right? So as you guys can see, yeah, she's a debuffer type character, right? Her dupe 6 is not that crazy, you know what I'm saying? It just gives her a 20% damage increase, which, is pretty good, but it's not as crazy as like her dupe 4, 5, and like 3 and stuff like that. But still very good, right?
In terms of the menu and the UI. And now if you made it to...
Yeah, that is pretty much the video, man. Definitely go check out this Vic Chun video. Very good video. But yeah, man, that is pretty much it for Chaos Zero Nightmare, man. Yeah, very, very exciting stuff, man. Let me know what you guys think about this. I think it's, great news so far. Yeah, it's a game exciting. And hopefully, I get picked for the playtest so I could make more videos on this. But yeah, man. Great stuff, man. Yeah, I can't wait, man. Let me know what you guys think about this again, and of course don't forget to like and subscribe to the channel, guys. Okay, yeah, I'm definitely gonna be making more content on Chaos Zero Nightmare, especially when it comes out. But yeah, see you guys on the next video, man.